Tonight on Biography, Portrait of an Industry Giant, we will view images from the life of Takashi Hagiwara, the man known simply as Hagi. He is a man whose role in the rise of Yamaha Drums is so pivotal, so incontestable, that everyone who has ever known him bows in respect. His life's work has been simple: to create the finest sounding, best designed musical instruments in the world. Thanks to his ceaseless efforts, Yamaha Drums now enjoy overwhelming acceptance in every city, town, and hamlet on planet Earth. Of course, as he is first to admit, Hagi has never been alone in his relentless quest for better drums. "I have many friends," he would say. "Tonight we will meet some of them." As the kindred spirits flash across the screen, let us go back to a modest home in Tokyo just before the end of World War II. Takashi Hagiwara was born in Tokyo, February 1, 1944. Seemingly nothing in his humble beginnings would foreshadow his rise to prominence. Unless, to paraphrase Shakespeare, the fault was in his stars. One astrological authority claims that Hagi should manifest character attributes such as individuality and creativity. With his sharp mind and quick responses, he enjoys mental challenge. He achieves power through his work. Flashes of inspiration come to him naturally. Always curious, he is constantly accumulating and updating his knowledge so he can present ideas in stimulating and convincing ways. When used negatively, however, these same energies can make him erratic or quickly excitable. Quietly dramatic, Hagi needs to be active, preferably leading the action. Hagi's mother was a seamstress, his father a silversmith, whose capacity to transform silver and base metals into artful, functional household objects no doubt influenced Hagi to turn his attentions to drum hardware before drum shells. As a youth, Hagi took odd jobs, including bake shop assistant and long-range courier. Also during his wonder years, Hagi tuned ukuleles for a local music shop. It was an experience that would prove significant, making him acutely conscious of pitch and resonance. In April 1962, Hagi won a retail position at the prestigious Yamaha store. His clientele spanned the gamut from commoner to royalty, literally the Japanese royal family, and Hagi served them all in the same uniform, jeans and a t-shirt. At age 26, Hagi became assistant manager for domestic drums. A local drummer and pal of Hagi's, Gary Watanabe, was obsessed with drummer Billy Cobham and explained the rationale behind Billy's multi-drum setup. Gary happened to share Billy's large physical build and was thus able to furnish insights into durability issues. Watching Billy Cobham reaching for cymbals gave Hagi an idea. He retreated to his father's shop and applied intense heat to the stem of a straight cymbal stand, mutating it. A short while later, Yamaha introduced Hagi's boom stand. For many years, Hagi ran a backline company for Yamaha, supplying rental equipment to visiting acts such as Santana and Miles Davis. "Back then," recalls Hagi, "I would stand behind the drummer and watch how they used the sticks, how they set up, how they were reaching. Sometimes I would set up a drum set myself and see what would feel strange and what would be comfortable. I wanted to take the ideas of meditation and bring them into drumming, make it more relaxing." During an early 70s trip to Frank Ippolito's shop in New York City, Hagi spent 3 days observing Frank tearing the pearl and glitter wraps off name brand drums and lacquering them to promote resonance. The experience touched Hagi indelibly and was reborn in the beautiful glossy piano finish, a Yamaha industry first. It was first seen on the drum set that sent shockwaves throughout the entire industry, the legendary recording custom. Later came the vintage finish with its thin, natural coating borrowed from Yamaha wind instruments. All of Hagi's innovations seem to have one eye on the past, the other on the future. A real milestone was Hagi's promotion to management. Says Hagi, "From 1987 until today, I've been working in the drum department from the main Tokyo office. The title? Well, I have no idea of the title. I would say it's marketing manager for drums. 1987 also marks Hagi's introduction to cinematography. He recalls, "That was the first time I started shooting video. From then, I think I've probably bought 10 video cameras. The camera has become his quote-unquote eye on the drummers, while his zoom gets him close to the action without being obtrusive. Indeed, always watching." In 1989, Hagi debuted a personal favorite, the Maple Custom. The Maple Custom, with its tiny, nodally mounted gold lugs and robust maple shell, has been compared to some of the most revered vintage drums. Next, Hagi turned his eye to the plight of the drummer working on a budget, and in 1995 introduced the Stage Custom, a drum with a sound that defied its modest price tag. To complement the Absolute series of thinner-walled drums introduced in the mid-90s, Hagi recently conceived of a new lug called the Nouveau, a deceptively simple idea. It combines nodal mounting with a no-fiddling means for rapid head change. Like all innovations that bear Hagi's touch, the Nouveau will go proudly into the annals of our industry's history. A while back, Hagi and Charlie Drayton were browsing bookshops in Manhattan. Recalls Hagi, "We saw a hardcover book by a UK author on the history of the drum set. My name was in it. That made me proud." And what will future books say of Takashi Hagiwara? That he built a reputation founded on excellence. That he protected the interests of musicians analogous to the great phoenix guarding the temples of Kyoto. That in combining his parents' handcrafting ethic with rigid industrial quality control standards, he built instruments to last through the ages. That he was a good and generous soul who had many friends. And finally, that he was always listening, always thinking.
I wish you the best, my friend, and I truly mean that.
Definitely, Hagi. We love you. I love you. Thank you for having me here.
Thank you for everything. You and Yamaha.
Hagi, all we can do is thank you and thank what you call God or Spirit that you've been here and that you've blessed this world with your insight and your wisdom and your magnificence. God bless you.
Good evening, Hagi. It's David Garibaldi, and I'm so sorry that I'm going to miss your special night there with everyone. But I'll see you next week in Japan. I'm heading over there with Tower Power. And I reminded Hagi of a time a few years ago when I was in Japan with Patty Austin. And you came and helped me set up my drums, and all the guys in the band were really blown away because you were there to help set up, and you always had people around me all the time. They're asking me who you were. I said, well, he's in charge of Yamaha Drums. And they were blown away that you were actually there helping setting up equipment, and it was pretty fabulous. So I wish you the very, very best, and we'll see you soon. Bye-bye.
Hagi, I'm sorry that I can't be at Groove Night. I'll be in Japan with John Tropez. But congratulations on all your achievements, and I can't imagine Yamaha without, I don't know, I can't even imagine what's when you retire. But I know that our friendship won't be retired, and we'll continue to, I'll continue to call you, and hope you continue to call me. And whatever you do, I hope you're real happy. And that's it. I'm gonna miss you, and just lots of love and all the best. Talk to you later.
We bid Hagi a fond farewell and happy retirement, knowing full well that we haven't seen the last of him. Retirement, as Hagi would say, is boring.